What's up? Oh, what's up?
Sami back here in another video. Today we're about to be getting into a video by What Culture Wrestling, and it's about to be on WWE Royal Rumble 2026 last minute rumors you need to know. I think I already know. I know I did a video on like rumors already, but those are rumored entrances. These are like knowledgeable, probably like about entrances and probably about some other shit. But let's get into it, man. I love WWE knowledge, so fuck it.
2026 is tomorrow, so you know what we do, my friends. We sit down and we go through all the latest rumors that are out there, which, of course, when it comes to the Royal Rumble, it's mostly the question of who is going to be a surprise at the Rawest of Rumbles. However, at the same time, we do have everything with Gunther and AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. That seems quite straightforward. And don't buy into this idea there's not going to be any surprises because you can't sneak people into Saudi Arabia. I don't know who started that. It's not the case. Why would that be the case? Just because you hear
I was one of those people that like literally thought they wouldn't be able to pull this shit off. So I don't know.
just take a step back and think about it for just 1 second. Right, everybody calm down. Good. Let's get into the rumors. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through a list of names that are out there, and we are going to determine with a rating out of 10 how likely they are to appear in the Royal Rumble, and we're going to start big. Christopher Jericho, I'm going to whack a 10 on it. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to whack a 9 on it, only because I've got a feeling that maybe, just maybe, because we all now expect Chris Jericho at the Royal Rumble, WWE may hold it off till Monday Night Raw. And tonight has also been rumored to be in the Royal Rumble, and that one I am going to give a 10 out of 10. He should be in this. He should have a phenomenal performance. And while I don't think he is going to win the thing, we should be setting up his WrestleMania match, or at least a feud, at the Elimination Chamber, and it has to be something massive. Saying that, he'll probably be in the Elimination Chamber match, but he has to be having beef with someone there, so we can go, oh my gosh, at WrestleMania, he is going to be taking on this person. Because let's not forget, LA Knight, as he should do, has loads of people behind him, and I have read plenty of threads this week, people saying, if LA Knight doesn't win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to have a meltdown. Well, don't do that, because he's not going to win the Royal Rumble.
Sorry, he's
Although
not.
at the same time, just I contradict myself, Jey Uso won it last year, so you just never know. I don't think it's going to happen, though. But in terms of him being in it, I am giving it a 10 out of 10. I mean, it would be crazy if he wasn't. Don't worry about all those things that you may have seen as well. There's like a big yeah sign and a big Roman Reigns thumb sign. That's to do with the fan convention they're holding. It's got nothing to do with the entrances. They wouldn't put that front and center otherwise. When we get to someone that is very interesting, or two people that are very interesting, this has only cropped up in the last 24 hours. Could the Iconics, or what they're called now, the Inspiration, I believe, be in the Royal Rumble? Now, I am going to put my hands together because I love Chris Jericho, I love LA Knight, I love a lot of other people with Iconics in this more than ever because, man, they were so entertaining. It was ridiculous they got released in the first place and somehow have them come out together. That's right, number 22 and 23, because WWE, as they should do, always has fun with the rules. I mean, it would pop me if one came out at 22 and one came out at 23, but there's just something funnier about them always being joined at the hip. And don't break them up this time either. That was the dumbest thing ever. Although Billy Kay still went out there and did that very funny resume gimmick, and they still got released. As you can see, I'm not quite over.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, if they could bring them into WWE right now, it'll probably be a good spot for them because the women's tag team division has been doing pretty good. But like, bro, another team in the fold would literally just be was another team in the fold with some credibility will literally fucking set that fucking whole division on fire.
I'm gonna hope. We also may be getting an AEW debutante because, of course, it seems very likely that Powerhouse Hobbs has signed with WWE. He may be being called Royce Keys, which everybody went crazy about. I think Royce is the name of his son, right? So let's just moonwalk it a little bit. Also, we had a guy in the company for like 10 years, probably longer, called Dolph Ziggler, and we all got used to that one, so we'll be fine with Royce Keys. I mean, Powerhouse Hobbs is a better name, but I don't care. I got real problems to worry about. I actually think we should do this, although I'll be very intrigued to see how a
I mean, I gotten used to Dolph Ziggler name over the damn years, but it was just so damn weird and goofy. But them just always trying to trademark names is good from a company standpoint, but like, man, just let people keep their name, bruh. If they known for that and they're known to just like honestly have like a good like like feud under that name and they were good wrestlers under that name, let them keep that shit. But I know it's just probably like a business.
Crowd does react to him. Like if you were going to do it back in the States, you would pick a very specific crowd, like a New York crowd or is Paige. That's right, the former Saraya in AEW. Mostly because she did do an independent appearance at the end of 2025, and there was a video on the internet of her being back in the ring training and getting those reps in. I think this one could happen. I think if you are going to do it, the Royal Rumble's the best time to. I also think even though I am talking about it now, it has been so damn quiet. So I don't think anyone's going to have concrete information on this. It would get a pop. She does have massive legacy in WWE.
I heard her like put out a little tweet and said she's not gonna be there, but like you already know they try to shut those rumors down always. It's trying to well they try to make it as much as a surprise as you could, because you don't want people to just keep spoiling shit and like doing think pieces. Oh my god, Paige is gonna show up, but well like well point of this video basically, but I hope she shows up and just I hope it be like a surprise. I like surprises in WWE. This is why I love the Royal Rumble.
WWE, and it seems like she's got over her neck injury, which is awesome. Think about all the matches you can do. Even if they did put her in NXT, which they would never do, that would make no sense. You want to give me Sol Ruka versus Paige? I'd be like, man, it's like generations coming together, even though Paige is still super duper young. And Sol Ruka, she's probably going to be in the Royal Rumble too. Paige, I'm going to go 6 out of 10 just because I'm a bit wishy-washy on it. Sol Ruka, I'm going to whack an 8 on there. I mean, after what she did at Saturday Night's main event in December, she should be on the main roster anyway. Nikki Bella is a 10 out of 10 for me because there was a post by Jackie Redwood on social media, and over her head, it did appear to be Nikki Bella. Now, it's still a surprise, but not a massive surprise, and I guess that would come in the form of Brie Bella, but I'm going to say no, you're not going to do that at the Royal Rumble. But Nikki Bella definitely gets a 10, as does Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's been out the last few months with an injury, I believe, so let her come back in the Royal Rumble, and let's throw a 10 out of 10 on there for Chad Gable too. These are the kind of people we
Bro, hey, the women's Royal Rumble should be star studded, bro. It's gonna be a good one.
do want to see. So we go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person is back. I wonder what food they're going to be in. But no, none of these entries I've just said out my mouth are going to win the Royal Rumble. Trish Stratus is somebody that I think could be in there as well. Now, in terms of Trish performing this year in a WWE match, I would give that a 9.8 out of 10, which makes me a massive nerd. But being in the Royal Rumble, I mean, we do have a lot of surprises here, and you don't want to keep something in your back pocket. And we have done this with Trish before. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I think it all depends on the story that WWE does want to tell. But this is not a 100%, right? If Trish Stratus is not on the Rumble, she could come back whenever you wanted her to, and people are still going to react big. And also, does she want to travel all the way to Saudi Arabia, given she has a family and business projects on her own? We do not know. I give it a 5, but I'd love to see it because Trish is great. We do have
I mean, you know, WWE's gonna make her time worth it because they got money and they charging up the asshole for like seats and shit. So they gonna have the money. They got TKO backing them, so they gonna make it worth her while to travel over there to Saudi Arabia. But well, that's her to make that decision.
talk about Kevin Owens because people are now saying, well, he could be a guy. I don't think Kevin Owens is going to be in the Royal Rumble. Don't get me wrong. I think Kevin Owens is one of the best wrestlers of all time. We've done that video before, but he is recovering from neck surgery. So as cool as it would be and as much as we would pop from deep down on our Tootsie Toes, if you've had surgery on your neck, take your time. There is no rush. We will be blessed if KO is even able to get cleared to compete again, so we don't need to jump too crazy into the Royal Rumble-ness. And I think it's the same with Seth Rollins. Now, I know there was that ESPN interview where someone said, I can't believe you're going to be back at the Royal Rumble, and Seth reacted like a cat that just been thrown in a pool. I just think he needs to rest his shoulder. He doesn't need to be in.
Honestly, yeah, I think these people just need time to chill out. And I know it's Royal Rumble time and it's about to be like WrestleMania time pretty soon. But these people need some rest because they've been busting their asses all fucking year, probably working with injuries. And they just got injured, and that injury took them out and put them on like the sideline. So I feel like they need to prolong their wrestling career and try to at least prolong their whole career.
The Royal Rumble. Of course, it would be an amazing moment and very akin to what John Cena did in 2008, but there are so many other opportunities to bring Seth back, whereas now he can chill out and get better. You don't need to rush everybody back into the ring. They're still human beings, man. Let them heal. As we did mention Sol
Yeah.
Ruka as well, I think you could talk about JC Jane, I think you could talk about Zarya, and you could talk about Ethan Page. Of course, we know that Obafemi's going to be in the thing. It's a very difficult situation for one Ethan Page because he is brilliant. I genuinely think he's one of the best sports entertainers doing the rounds today. But NXT relies so damn heavily on him, you're going to need somebody there to replace him. But here's the deal. If he is going to be in the Royal Rumble, he has to be called up to the main roster because he is more than deserving of that. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I think WWE may hold it off a bit longer. Zarya, I give a 7 out of 10. In terms of JC Jane, I would give that one a 9. I think she should. She's somebody else that has proven herself in NXT over the last 12 months. She's been in that system for ages. Let's pull the trigger and see what she can do. There is somebody.
I mean, they already called Power. I was going to say Powerhouse, but they already called Obafemi up already. He wouldn't have dropped that like NXT title for nothing.
Somebody else that could be thrown into this as well that comes from the other side of the world because, of course, Evil just left New Japan and it sounds like he has signed with WWE. Now, I would love for him to debut at the Royal Rumble because, again, that is such a geek entry to have there. I mean, if you've been watching New Japan for, what, the last 5, 6, 7 years, maybe even longer, he has been a staple of that scene and even had a few main events in 2025. I just think it would be great. Like, of course, you want the super duper whooper stars to get in there, but you also want...
Bro, oh, I'm sorry, I keep pausing, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. It feels like the roster is kind of saturated right now. And I mean, it's just my opinion, but like, I feel like the roster's kind of saturated right now. What are you gonna do? Stick that nigga in the fucking group with Solo Sokola's group? Because I don't remember what the hell's going on over there anymore. The guy, I forgot his name because he changed his name. But the bigger dude and like I think Tamatonga's brother, bro, they didn't even do nothing. They're just muscle. They're just background characters. They're just part of the group. I don't know what the hell is going to be done. I see WWE's kind of expanding everything so they can like, send people there to get some like shine. But like, it's just basically nothing for nobody to do right now, I feel.
these names, you're like, boy, howdy, I never thought that guy would get here, especially in the Royal Rumble. So just because I want it, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, and also it's a great way to debut them, because you have the commentators explode, and as they are walking to the ring, you do a quick bio, then everybody can understand. Now, I believe our front runners for the men are indeed Gunther for that reason alone, Bron Breakker and Roman Reigns. You'll have your own ideas, so drop me a comment below. And I am going to say it is Bron Breakker, and again, if you're watching this video, you don't want spoilers, you're crazy. He is pretty high up in the ratings right now when it comes to bets, or the odds I should say, and so is Roman Reigns, but Bron Breakker...
I'm not gonna lie, if like you're trying to push a younger talent and you try to get this new gen over when all these wrestlers leave, Bron Breakker is a good one to carry the company for years. So like he's kind of high on the list. Like you don't have to like Bron Breakker, but you gotta respect his worth. And you gotta respect his worth and athleticism to the company, my nigga.
is pipping him. So if you wanted a rumor based on that, you got to go with Bron. In terms of the women's as well, it's looking like a clean sweep. I mean, Bianca Belair, that's somebody I forgot to mention. I'm going to give her a 9.5 out of 10 in terms of the return meter. But I think Liv Morgan has become the rumored choice to win. She did lose at Saturday Night's Main Event, or whatever the hell that tag team match was, and everybody is talking about how 2026 is her year. So you do a Jey Uso, she wins the Rumble, she goes up and up and up, probably wins the title at WrestleMania, becomes a babyface, and then there's no looking back. Of course, there is a rumor, which I'll put in inverted commas, that Sami Zayn's going to beat Drew McIntyre. But I'm 99% sure that was just somebody on a message board that said this, and all of a sudden people are like, oh my gosh, I heard my dad say...
I'm not gonna lie, as much as I want Sammy to win, I just know it's not gonna happen, bro. Like them prolonging his like little under like type of babyface win is just kind of blowing me, man. They should have pulled the trigger on that years ago. But things with Vince McMahon, not seeing him as like a main eventer, only seeing him as an underdog. Probably Triple H. I'm surprised it didn't happen with Triple H. I wish it did, but like I kind of just don't see Sammy winning this. But it would be fucking poetic if he could just win this and beat Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre has beat Sami Zayn a whole bunch of times, even if that did not need to happen.
to my uncle, say to his son, say to his dog, this is going to go down. My actual preferred fantasy booking, as I confuse my brain, for Sami Zayn is he does lose here before he climbs his way back up the ladder and he wins at a SummerSlam or a Money in the Bank, or wherever it may be. You can pick your PLE.
That's fair.
Sami Zayn has one of those underdog characters that used to be his nickname, where, of course, the more he loses, as long as he does win the big one eventually, everyone's going to be like, I can't believe it. You don't need to do it at the Royal Rumble. That protects Drew McIntyre too, so I don't think it's going to happen. I'll give you one last rumor as well. Does Cody Rhodes throw out Roman Reigns? Or does Roman Reigns throw out Cody Rhodes? I'm going to say no, but it could happen. And you can do that and not necessarily do the WrestleMania match. I mean, there's ways and means. I'll give you my final four as well, which is not a rumor, but we'll do it. I think it is going to be LA Knight. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns. I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I don't think it's going to be Bron Breakker. Not LA Knight. He's going to go. It's going to be Jacob for two, because Jacob for two will throw Cody Rhodes out. And that will indeed lead to flipping WrestleMania.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this WrestleMania is about to be so fucking exciting, bro, because you got so many stars that are gonna appear in this new type of Royal Rumble, new gen, old gen. It's just such a perfect time, bro. Feel like it's like 2016 all over again. But like, they're building new stars. They're like putting more stars up from NXT. Um, it's just like anybody can fucking win. It's just not like a main star. They built enough people up, just like to give them credibility to win this Royal Rumble, and like giving them all the rights to go up on to WrestleMania to face the WWE champion. So I hope this is gonna be a good one. I don't know, for my pick, I really want LA Knight to win. I really want LA Knight to win. If LA Knight is not gonna win, then I'm gonna try to push for Bron Breakker, because they got big plans for him. I've been a fan. I've been a fan of him, but yeah, I hope it turns out to be a big one. And I'm about to probably release this video way before the Royal Rumble comes out, probably like a few hours. But if you guys want to see more videos by me and more WWE videos, like and subscribe, and comment below to see. Oh, I want to see your guys' who's gonna win the Royal Rumble. Catch you guys in the next video.